So Caitlin Clark just hit 24 and Nike dropped something that has the entire sneaker world going absolutely insane. Custom Kobe 6 PEs in black with neon green accents that literally broke the internet the moment people got their first look. Traffic on sneaker sites went through the roof. Everyone's speculating about whether these might actually drop to the public, and this whole thing is basically a masterclass in how athlete marketing should work when everything aligns perfectly. Real talk before we dive deeper. If Nike actually decides to release this Caitlin Clark Kobe 6 PE to everyone, are you going to try and grab a pair? Or do you think this is just temporary hype that disappears once people see what they're asking for these? Drop your thoughts in the comments because we're watching basketball culture and sneaker obsession merge in real time here. Caitlin marked her 24th birthday this week with the Indiana Fever, throwing her a proper celebration. Cake, candles, the whole birthday setup, really sweet gesture from the team, right? But here's what actually caught everyone's attention. It wasn't the singing or the cake cutting. It was what Caitlin had on her because she was rocking a completely fresh custom Nike Kobe 6 Protro in black and neon green that sent the entire sneaker community into complete meltdown mode. We need to talk about why this particular shoe is such a big deal, because this isn't just another basketball sneaker drop. This is a Kobe 6 Protro, which already sits at legendary status in Nike's basketball catalog. The Kobe 6 earned its reputation through that low-cut design, incredible court responsiveness, and the fact that Kobe himself dominated in these during championship season. Any colorway of this silhouette automatically carries serious weight in both basketball circles and sneaker collecting culture.
I got all my perms everywhere!
This isn't some regular colorway you can walk into a store and grab, though. This is a player-exclusive design specifically for Caitlin Clark's feet and nobody else's. The upper features black snakeskin texture that reflects green when light catches it right, paying tribute to Kobe's Black Mamba persona in the most perfect way possible. That swoosh on the side panel glows in the dark with neon green intensity. The outsole matches with that same electric green color. Everything about this shoe screams aggressive performance and catches your eye from across the room. The attention to detail goes way beyond just the main colors too. The sock liner adds this pop of bright blue that creates contrast. The heel support features multicolor metallic material that shifts and changes as lighting changes around it. Red Kobe sheath logo sits on the tongue as a tribute element. White midsole keeps everything balanced. People are comparing the overall look to an evolved version of the Kobe 6 Supreme Chaos colorway, with some Superman inspiration coming through in those red and blue accent points against the black and green foundation. These shoes first appeared in a quick practice video from the Fever earlier this week, but that birthday celebration gave everyone their best look yet at the full design. The second that birthday footage hit social media platforms, sneaker accounts exploded, basketball fans went wild, and Caitlin Clark supporters created this massive convergence moment online that's still building momentum. Now this is where the business side gets really fascinating because Nike hasn't said anything official about whether this PE will ever see public release. It could stay exclusive to Caitlin forever, could remain a true one-of-one creation, or Nike could look at this insane hype building and decide they'd be crazy not to cancel by putting these into limited production. If they do choose to release them publicly, the demand is going to be absolutely out of control, because this represents way more than just a cool-looking sneaker. This represents the perfect collision of multiple powerful cultural forces happening in sports right now. First element is the Kobe legacy that continues to influence everything. Years after his passing, Kobe Bryant still stands as one of basketball's most important figures. His signature shoes sell out within minutes every single time. His Mamba mentality philosophy connects with athletes across every sport imaginable. Anything tied to Kobe's name carries emotional significance and commercial power that very few other athletes in history can match at this level. Second element is Caitlin Clark's ridiculous star power that keeps growing. She's become the biggest thing to happen to women's basketball in generations. Her Iowa college career brought attention to women's college basketball that nobody thought was possible. Her WNBA rookie season made history in multiple ways. She fills arenas wherever she plays. She moves merchandise faster than teams can stock it. She creates appointment television in ways that very few athletes across any sport can achieve. Third element is PE culture. In the sneaker world, where player exclusives and custom colorways made specifically for individual athletes have always driven collectors completely insane. Getting to wear exactly what a professional athlete wears creates connection and exclusivity that mass-produced releases just cannot replicate. When that athlete happens to be as popular as Caitlyn currently is, that demand multiplies exponentially. Put all three of those elements together and you're looking at potential commercial phenomenon that Nike would be absolutely foolish to ignore completely. The timing couldn't be more perfect either. Caitlyn is calling this her Kobe year as she turns 24, wears number 22, and channels that Mamba mentality approach to everything. She's returning from injury with major motivation to prove herself. She spent her off-season training with Team USA at the highest levels. She's positioned perfectly from a narrative standpoint to have signature breakthrough moments. Nike clearly recognizes this opportunity and knows exactly how to capitalize on perfect timing. The symbolism of putting her specifically in Kobe 6s rather than any other silhouette shows brilliant marketing instincts. Kobe built his reputation on unmatched work ethic, obsessive preparation habits, and refusing to accept anything less than complete excellence. Those exact qualities define how Caitlyn approaches her game. Creating visual connection between her and Kobe's legacy through footwear choice builds associations that strengthen both her personal brand and Nike's investment in her future. Let's keep it completely real about Nike's position here. They absolutely need Caitlyn Clark right now more than she needs them. The women's basketball shoe market has been underserved and underdeveloped for way too long. Nike has dominated men's basketball footwear for decades but struggled to create equivalent cultural impact on the women's side of the sport. Caitlyn represents the perfect athlete to build an entire strategy around. She's young, incredibly marketable, obviously talented, and already commands massive following that translates to real purchasing power. She's someone who can actually move meaningful product numbers rather than just generating social media buzz. The fact that she's choosing to wear Kobe 6s instead of pushing immediately for her own signature line shows she understands long-term brand building strategy perfectly. Wearing Kobe shoes builds her credibility with basketball purists who respect tradition and legacy. It connects her directly to championship history that matters to serious fans. It demonstrates respect for the game's greatest players rather than demanding immediate equal status. All of that strengthens her brand foundation and makes the eventual Caitlyn Clark signature shoe even more anticipated whenever it finally arrives. Nike has executed this exact playbook with other rising athletes before. They create special PEs that generate massive organic hype, test market reaction carefully, then decide whether to move forward with wider production runs. The question becomes whether they'll follow that pattern here or keep this shoe completely exclusive to Caitlyn's personal collection. My prediction? They're definitely going to release some version of this shoe to the public. The hype levels are too obvious, demand is clearly there, and Nike doesn't walk away from guaranteed money when it's sitting right in front of them waiting to be collected. Maybe it won't be completely identical to Caitlyn's exact PE version, maybe certain details get modified or simplified, but some form of this colorway concept is absolutely hitting retail shelves eventually. When that announcement comes, the chaos will be absolutely beautiful to watch unfold. Regular sneaker releases already turn into competitive nightmares where bots and resellers make it nearly impossible for actual fans to buy shoes at normal retail prices. Now imagine adding Caitlyn Clark's entire fan base into that existing chaos. People who never buy basketball shoes but will absolutely try to get these specific ones. You're looking at a recipe for crashed websites, frozen mobile apps, and complete digital mayhem. The video title mentions Nike's website crashing, and while that's slight hyperbole for this exact moment, it's absolutely what's going to happen when they announce an actual release date. Major sneaker launches regularly crash retail websites, even for standard colorways that drop regularly. A Caitlyn Clark Kobe PE would create exponentially worse technical problems. Secondary market speculation is already happening purely based on these shoes existing. Resellers are having serious discussions about what Caitlyn's actual pair might be worth if it somehow ended up for sale. People are comparing potential values to other limited Kobe releases that now sell for thousands of dollars above retail price. Financial speculation is building before these shoes are even confirmed for any kind of production run. That's the incredible power you get from combining exactly the right athlete with exactly the right product at exactly the right cultural moment. Nike didn't just design custom shoes for Caitlin's birthday celebration. They created a marketing event that's generating millions of organic impressions across social media platforms, sports media coverage, and sneaker culture conversations. The Indiana Fever posting that birthday video wasn't some spontaneous social media moment. That was carefully coordinated content designed to showcase the footwear while maintaining authentic birthday celebration storytelling. Caitlin appearing surprised and happy while conveniently providing everyone with perfect, clear shots of the sneakers from multiple angles. That's professional-level brand management executed flawlessly. It works because Caitlin's reactions come across as completely genuine rather than forced or scripted. She's not doing awkward product placement or obviously contractual endorsement content. She's wearing shoes she actually wants to wear from a brand partnership that actually makes sense during a real celebration moment with her teammates. That authenticity factor is exactly what makes this marketing approach so effective compared to more traditional campaigns. Look at how other major athletes handle sneaker promotion responsibilities. So many of them feel robotic and transactional when they're fulfilling sponsorship obligations. You can tell they're reading from prepared scripts or just checking boxes on their contracts. Caitlin's entire approach feels natural because she genuinely cares about basketball footwear and understands the cultural significance these shoes carry in the sport. The specific color choices tell their own story too. Black and neon green reads as aggressive and bold. These aren't traditionally feminine colors in the way women's athletic products get designed and marketed typically. Nike is allowing Caitlin to wear something that looks dangerous and competitive rather than pretty and approachable. That distinction matters because it treats her as a serious athlete first rather than trying to soften her image for broader appeal. The glow-in-the-dark elements probably won't show up well during TV broadcasts, but will look absolutely incredible in person and in photographs. That's really smart design thinking for the Instagram era, where shoes get photographed and shared across social platforms, just as much as they actually get worn for performance. The snakeskin texture connecting directly to Kobe's Mamba branding is obvious symbolism, but it's effective symbolism that works on multiple levels. You don't need to be a basketball historian to immediately understand the reference and connection. It's accessible imagery that resonates with casual fans while still carrying deeper meaning for hardcore Kobe devotees who appreciate the tribute elements. What's really interesting strategically is how this positions Caitlin within Nike's broader basketball athlete roster, without creating internal competition problems. She's not trying to compete directly with LeBron or Kevin Durant for marketing attention and resources. She's building her own distinct lane and identity while doing it in ways that respect the brand's history and legacy athletes who came before her. That's incredibly smart career management thinking. Instead of demanding immediate signature shoe status and trying to compete with already established superstars, she's building credibility by wearing legendary silhouettes and proving she belongs in those conversations naturally. When her signature shoe eventually does drop, it'll be a major event rather than a question mark about whether people will care. The Fever organization benefits massively from this cultural moment too. Their social media accounts posting that birthday video generated engagement levels they probably haven't seen all season. People who might not care specifically about the Fever are now following their accounts and interacting with their content because of Caitlin's influence. That's franchise-altering star power that directly translates to increased ticket sales, merchandise revenue, and broader cultural relevance that helps everyone. The WNBA as an entire league benefits when moments like this happen. When women's basketball intersects with sneaker culture and generates genuine mainstream hype, it helps legitimize the league in spaces where it's historically been ignored or dismissed completely. Getting sneaker enthusiasts to have serious conversations about a WNBA player's footwear represents cultural progress that carries real commercial implications for everyone involved. Nike's investment in Caitlin also represents long-term strategic thinking rather than just capitalizing on current momentum. She's only 24 years old right now. If her career develops according to expectations, they could have 10 to 15 years of marketing partnership ahead of them. Every product they create now is building foundation for that future relationship, where she's not just wearing their designs, but actively helping create signature lines and influencing overall product direction. The ongoing speculation about whether these will ever release publicly actually serves Nike's marketing interests perfectly. Every single day that people spend talking about these shoes, searching for release information, and building hype around a possible drop represents completely free promotional value. Nike doesn't have to spend traditional advertising dollars when fans and media outlets are handling promotional work organically through genuine enthusiasm. If Nike ultimately decides not to release them to the public, that choice actually enhances the mystique and legend around them. Keeping them as true PE status makes them more legendary, generates more conversation about future Caitlin releases, and maintains the special exclusive relationship between athlete and brand. Either decision they make, release or don't release, works in Nike's favor strategically. Comparisons to other limited Kobe releases over the years are absolutely inevitable. The Kobe 6 has seen numerous special editions and collaborations since its original launch, many of which now sell for completely absurd prices on resale markets. If this Caitlin PE eventually drops and people miss out on getting pairs, that regret will drive even higher interest levels in her future releases. What we're witnessing in real time is the creation of a sports marketing case study that business schools will probably analyze for years. How do you take an already popular athlete and amplify their cultural impact through strategic product releases? How do you generate massive hype without spending traditional advertising budgets? How do you make sneakers matter to people who aren't typically sneaker consumers? Caitlin Clark's birthday, Kobe 6 PE, is providing perfect answers to all of those questions simultaneously. Whether Nike's website literally crashes when these potentially release or not, the metaphorical impact is already absolutely massive and continuing to grow. Nike just transformed Caitlin Clark's birthday into a marketing masterclass by creating custom Kobe 6 PEs that have the entire internet completely losing their minds over potential public release. This is exactly what happens when you successfully combine the right athlete with the right product at the perfect cultural moment. If you want more analysis of sports marketing genius like this, smash that like button and subscribe for breakdowns that actually connect all the dots behind the scenes.